Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome to another tarot reading from me. Today's topic is going to be on who is your next romantic partner. And as usual, I have chosen I have chosen the crystals intuitively, and I meditated upon the question, looked at my crystals collection, and these are the crystals that came out for this particular question in this particular order, right? Let me zoom in. All right, so these are your options if you would like to choose with just crystals. Before I continue, I will remind you to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. It is the easiest way to support me and it is free. Also consider clicking the notifications bell if you want to see when I will upload a new tarot reading. So pile number 1, you have this Tiger's Eye crystal. All right. Pile number 2, you have this milky quartz crystal. Pile number 3, you have this red jasper crystal. So these are your options. You can pause the video if you need more time to decide. If you would also like to choose with a card as well as a crystal, stick around because I'm going to select a card for each crystal as well, so you can choose the other selection option. All right, thank you, and I will see you at your reading. So, Spirit, tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the Tiger's Eye crystal. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is this person? Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2, the people who chose the milky quartz? This one really wants to come out. Actually, let me try again. Let's see what card this is. All right, Ace of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to see if a similar card comes out because I'm not feeling it 100%. Spirit, tell me for pile number 2, who is this person that is going to be their next romantic partner? All right. Spirit, who is pile number 3's next romantic partner? The people who chose the red jasper. All right. Whoopsie. Sorry for shaking the camera. Let's see. Pile number 1, you have the 3 of Wands. Pile number 2, you have the Strength card. Pile number 3, you have, the Lovers. All right. Just a reminder, because I know some people are going to get excited about the cards. Please try not to choose a pile based on, preferences. Instead, just allow your mind to go blank a little bit while meditating upon the question, and then open your eyes and choose the first pile that stands out to you intuitively without really thinking about it rationally. All right, just go by a hunch or feeling. All right, and these are your options. I will see you at your reading. So hello once again. This is for those of you who would like to choose with a card as well as a crystal. These are your options. Pile number 1, you have this card over here and or this Tiger's Eye crystal. Pile number 2, you have this card over here and or this milky quartz crystal. I think that's good enough. All right, pile number 3, you have this card over here and or this red jasper. This red jasper crystal. All right, so you can pause the video if you need more time to decide. Once again, my recommendation is that you take some moments to meditate upon the question with your eyes closed. Take some deep breaths, exhale longer than you inhale. That will help center you, calm you down. Also, let your mind go blank a little bit. Do not go by the meanings of the cards and what you associate to the meanings. So just meditate a little bit while letting your mind go blank. You can also maybe meditate while addressing the question to a higher power, like God or some kind of a spiritual being or creature that you follow that has some significance for you. And then open your eyes and choose the first pile without overthinking it, either the crystal or the card. Just go by your gut feeling. That's going to be the right option. All right, and if you feel drawn to more than one pile, of course, you are free to watch several or even all of them and just take whichever messages resonate. Before I sign off, I will remind you to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. It is the easiest way to support me, and it is free. So also please consider clicking the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new tarot reading. Thank you, and I will see you at your reading. Welcome, pile number 1. This is your reading if you have chosen the Tiger's Eye crystal and or this card, the Three of Wands. So this is going to be the card shuffling and selection phase. I'm going to add timestamps if you want to skip directly to the interpretation. So let's see. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the Tiger's Eye crystal? Who is their next romantic partner? Who is this person? What are their characteristics? Tell me, Spirit. So let's see, we have Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, the Tower, the Magician, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands. So lots of wands. I'm not surprised because the first card is also the Three of Wands. So this person has a lot of fire in their chart. That means a lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner? Yeah, this one. So let's see. Page of Swords. We have the Hierophant. We have the Tower again underneath the Tower. I hope you're witnessing this. Temperance. The Five of Pentacles. And the Eight of Swords. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Let me get some oracle cards as well. So, Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. Who is their next romantic partner? Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. The Tiger's Eye. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. The Tiger's Eye group. Who is their next romantic? These two really want to... Wait. I'm going to ask again. Yeah, this one really feels right. Yeah, this one feels right as well. Let's see. We have Positivity. This card seems to come out a lot in my readings. Decisions. We have Polar Bear, Mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. This is like a confirmation of the Magician energy. And we have Healing. All right. Let me put this one here for more visibility. I'm sorry about the cars or whatever the hell they are in the background. Motorbikes, so annoying. Anyway, so you also have the Tower card coming out twice, one underneath the other. Like, wow. And you have the Magician, like I said. So, pile number 1, first things that are coming through. This person is someone who is very passionate, very active. I also am getting with the Tower coming out twice that this is someone who is quite tempestuous. They could be someone who has a temper, but it's not necessarily going to be obvious. It could also be just that this person is a very intense, passionate individual, but it may or may not show on the surface. I'm going to see if I get more hints about that and their personality as I go along. I also see that with the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant, this person could be someone who is kind of, I mean, let's say someone that has a lot of attention on them. This could be someone who addresses a large audience, could be someone who has, let's say, a strong social media following, or they could be in some kind of a position where they are guiding others, you know, that are in a lower position than they are. So it could be like a mentor, a coach, a teacher, a manager. Yeah. Also, with the here's the thing, with the Five of Pentacles here and the Seven of Wands, this could be a person who feels quite isolated, like they don't really have a lot of real support. Very specifically, this could be about someone that you have had to deal with in the past, but it, you know, it's not 100%. See how that resonates? I'm saying it could be. I'm saying this could be a person who feels abandoned by you somehow, or it could be someone that has made you feel abandoned at some point in the past. But again, only if it resonates. I'm not getting this as a very strong, definite message. This is a person who is very independent. They could be doing something they love for a living. There's something mystical about them as well, because we have this, like I said, with the polar bear and the magician, there's like a double message of this person being somehow a very powerful manifester, if you want to put it like that, in the sense that this is someone who's a go-getter, someone who has a vision, and it's also someone who's really independent-minded. Also with decisions and positivity, this could be like, yeah, it could be someone who's some kind of a leader, a manager. I feel like this could be someone who has, you know, a higher authority, as in they might be responsible for multiple people. And I'm guessing that this is more than just being responsible for their families or something, you know. I think it's more like at work, you know, at work there's someone who has to be responsible for multiple people. I feel like this is someone who really has been hurt pretty badly in the past, to be honest. This is someone who has gone through a lot of disappointment, and they could also come across as a little bit defensive because of this. And they could be pretty shut down. And like, here's the thing. Yeah, I'm definitely getting this as a stronger message now. This is someone who, on the surface, can actually come across as pretty controlled, maybe even aloof or isolated somehow. Like, they're not someone who easily opens up. But underneath that, there's a lot of intensity of emotions. It could be maybe because of past difficulties they have experienced. Like, I feel this could be a person who has literally gone through some kind of serious tower moments in their lives. Maybe even, I mean, I was going to say something, but I'm going to shut up about it. Yeah, I don't want to say that because I'm going to get, like, comments like, oh my god, you're so negative, but, you know, never mind. But the tower moment, I mean, you can, you know, if you know tarot at all, you know that the tower coming out twice is showing that this person has gone through some pretty serious stuff. Also with the tower, it could just be that this person is divorced, because we have the Hierophant and the Tower. I mean, this could be a person who, you know, the Hierophant is also a confirmation that on the one hand, this could lead to marriage. This relationship could lead to you getting married to this person. But on the other hand, it can also show can also show that this person is someone who's coming to you after the ending of a serious committed relationship, most likely a marriage. And this could be from their part, it could be from your part, or from both parts, right? So both of you could have been divorced by the time you get together. Also, with the Three of Wands and the Temperance card, also the Eight of Wands. So this is someone who travels a lot, someone who likes to travel. They could also have like a strong Jupiter energy and also a strong Saturn energy. But again, I'm going to see that as I go along more. I am getting some very motivated energy here, like with all the wands going on. I mean, basically the wands are the dominant energy here, which means that fire is dominant in their horoscope. So this, like I said, could mean that they have placements in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it could be that they have a strong Jupiter, Mars, or Sun energy in their horoscope. So in other words, this is someone who's very self-motivated, someone who is kind of a go-getter. They're most likely quite energetic as well. Driven, pretty much driven all the way through. And with the Eight of Wands, and like I said, and the Three of Wands, and also to some extent with the Temperance, this could be a person who is coming from a different background than you, culturally, spiritually, like with respect to religion. They could come from a different religious background, and they could also be someone that you meet while traveling, or while they are traveling to your country. Yeah, and it also can mean at the same time that this person likes to travel, like I said, or they have to travel a lot for their work. The Eight of Wands also just speaks of a person who is just very quick. They like to stay active. The Eight of Swords here shows that this person is someone who tends to be more rational, even though the Polar Bear Mystic here and the Magician kind of suggest that this is someone who has the ability to be very intuitive, but I don't think that they're very in touch with their intuition. This could be someone who's also quite emotionally repressed, to be honest. Because I'm not getting a lot of like, I mean, yes, there is the Queen of Cups at least. So yeah, this could be a person who has a gentle side as well, but I'm getting more of a doer, and yeah, more of someone who's oriented towards results and rational decisions rather than someone who's, you know, very emotionally expressive and or someone who's really intuitive. But they have the ability to be very intuitive. And in fact, see, here's the thing. This could be a message for either them or you or both of you, that this connection requires following your heart, because the Eight of Swords speaks of someone being closed-minded. So again, it could be that, again, considering the Eight of Wands, especially like the Eight of Wands right above it, it could be that this person comes from a different background and or you meet while traveling. So this would especially make sense. Maybe this is someone that doesn't really come from the kind of background that you would like in a partner, or you just feel like it, either you feel or they feel like it may not work because there's some kind of a cultural difference. And it does require, you know, thinking outside of the box with the Eight of Swords and also following your heart, your intuition. So yeah, but since I have asked the question of who is your partner, then most likely this is going to lead to an actual relationship. But it might take some time, right? It might take some time because like one or both of you could be deliberating a little bit, you know, when you meet this person. It could be that, you know, it's not like something that's going to get off the ground immediately. It might be something that requires some pondering and getting to know one another in a slower pace. Also with the Temperance, I feel like this person could be having some kind of an unconventional personality and or line of work. It could be that this person has some kind of a vision to unite two fields or two areas of interest that seem to be very different from one another on the surface. So let's say, just to give you an example, maybe this is someone who's a doctor and wants to use energy work and healing or something, you know, just to give you an example, something unconventional like that. Or it could just be that they want to bridge two different sciences, or two different, like an art with a science or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's, I feel like this is someone with a vision in any case, because we have that Magician card. So this is someone who has their eyes on the prize, like they want to achieve something with their lives. And also the healing energy here. Yeah, this is the decisions, honestly, like the decisions card also gave me the Libra energy when I first saw it. So, but on the other hand, at the same time, at the same time, it can have to do with this Eight of Swords energy as well. So like some kind of a pondering happening here. It's like, it makes me think of, you know, decisions, like either one or both of you is really thinking things through about this. Like, so again, it makes me think that it's not going to be like you immediately hit it off and you get together right after you meet. This could be something that takes a little while. But with the healing energy and the mystic energy, this is a person who has a lot of healing energy. So this could be like, overall, for the both of you, actually, it could be a very healing relationship with respect to past wounds or traumas that you might be carrying. So for both of you. All right, so this is pretty much what I get from the cards. Let me get some astrological stuff. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner? We have Pluto. All right. Oh, I was going to say this, and again, I should have said it, but the number 8 also came out twice, I think. So I did think maybe some Scorpio, Capricorn going on. We also have Taurus, all right. We also have Jupiter, confirmation of what I said. We also have conjunction, fusion, and energy. So the conjunction is similar to all the Wands energy. This is a very determined, potentially single-minded individual. Wow, and we have Scorpio. All right, so we have both Pluto, which is the ruler of Scorpio in tropical astrology, and we have actual Scorpio energy. So yeah, this person could actually have some strong... either could have a strong Pluto or could be someone who has strong Scorpio placements. And with Jupiter, they could also have, you know, Pisces or Sagittarius energy. Or they could just have like a strong Jupiter, yeah. Also, Jupiter is, like I said, a confirmation of the 3 of Wands, the 8 of Wands. So this person could be someone who is very focused on traveling, expanding their horizons. They could also be coming from a slightly different background, culturally, ethnically, or religiously. This could be someone who has a broad view of things, a broad mindset, a lot of wisdom, you know, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. They could also be someone who's well-educated with the Jupiter energy, because Jupiter rules higher education as well. So they could also be involved in education somehow. Like I said, that's also a confirmation with the Hierophant. Jupiter is actually connected to teachings of any kind, so they could be even some kind of a religious person, maybe involved in teaching topics related to religion or spirituality, but they could also be literally a teacher, a professor of some sort. They could also be any kind of like consultant with the Jupiter energy. So in any position where they have to advise others, right? This is something that they are good at. And it also just shows that this is someone whose advice people look up to, like, or seek their advice, you know, because of their wisdom and their education, intelligence, and whatnot. With a Scorpio, yeah, this really actually confirms the Tower coming out twice, like I said. There's like double Scorpio energy, so this is a confirmation almost of the double Towers that came out. Like, this person has a lot of intense emotions, but Scorpio is known for basically keeping a poker face and not showing their emotions at all. So even though they could be someone who's very intense and very also not just intense with respect to their goals, but they could also be very passionate romantically, but you probably are not going to see this when you meet them, or like you're not going to get to know this until you start to really get to know them intimately. We also have Taurus, the sensual. So this person could be really good looking as well, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, just like Libra is. So I kind of see that a little bit as a confirmation of the Libra energy too. This person, though, could have a robust body with the Scorpio and the Taurus. They could be taller than average with a Jupiter as well. And with the Taurus, as I was going to say, they're probably quite stubborn. They have a strong willpower, but they also tend to be quite slow sometimes. So they could have a lot of inertia to them. They could be slow, especially when it comes to change. Like, they're not the kind of people that openly embrace change usually. This could also explain the Tower coming out twice, because usually the Tower is an energy that shows someone was forced to change by outside circumstances because they were resistant to adapting, basically. This could also show that they're generally, in many ways, a person who is easy to please. They could be quite, you know, uncomplicated. They like the finer things in life. They like to enjoy good food and the pleasures of life and all that. They could also have a pretty face, nice features. Like I said, a pretty robust body. And they could also have nice eyes and nice lips and a nice voice. Although with the Scorpio energy, they're also likely to have some features that show sharpness and intensity as well. Alright, so let me get some more signifiers. Let's get some of this. Let me get the dice for a Spirit. Tell me about pile number 1. Who is their next romantic partner? Alright, so we also have Gemini. We also have Saturn. We also have the number 2 again, which I also see as Taurus energy. Okay, because it's the second sign of the zodiac. Or it could be the second house. That's another way to look at it. Similar energies anyway. So yeah, and Gemini, like I said, we have Gemini and Saturn. So with the Saturn going on, this is a person who, again, makes me think that this is a pretty in control individual. They could be in administrative positions where, like I said, they're responsible for multiple people. This is a person who is generally quite focused on their vision and or their career. They're very driven about making a difference socially. Yeah, driven by making a difference. They could be potentially workaholic a little bit too. Since we got Scorpio and Saturn, I wouldn't be surprised if this person has placements in Anuradha Nakshatra. But I'm going to get more about that when I get to the Vedic astrology notes. The Gemini can also show, this is interesting though, because we have Gemini and Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn. So this person has like an interesting blend of youthfulness and maturity. They could be someone who is youthful in energy. They could be looking young for their age. Or for some of you, they could be looking mature for their age. I feel like if this is a younger person, they're probably more mature. They look like they're more mature-minded or even physically more mature than their age. And if they are older, they could be someone who has a very youthful energy. But irrespective, both of these energies are present in their personality, which means that this is someone who likes to learn. They like to communicate. This could be someone who communicates a lot on a regular basis with a Gemini. So that's also kind of a confirmation of the Hierophant energy. They could be, yeah, so they could be some kind of a speaker. Or they could be, again, communication could be also written communication, you know. So in any case, they communicate a lot on a regular basis. They're also someone who's curious and has a kind of youthfulness, maybe even a touch of kind of a prankster sometimes. But, you know, that's stretching it a little bit. I would have to get like more personal have to get into more of a personal reading to really confirm that. But Gemini can bring a bit of Peter Pan energy, you know, sometimes, like someone who just likes to be youthful and joke around. But I don't feel like it's to the point where this person is not serious, because we also have that Saturn energy. The Saturn can also, again, confirm that this person is most likely tall, above average, just like Jupiter. Oh my God, did I not say that Saturn and Jupiter are actually strong indicators for this person right from the beginning? So we have strong confirmations of that. Yeah, so I also wouldn't be surprised if this person actually has some kind of a connection between Saturn and Jupiter in their horoscope. They could have some kind of a mutual aspect between Saturn and Jupiter, or they could have, let's say, Saturn in Aquarius or Capricorn, or they could have Jupiter in, they could have Saturn in Pisces or the other, Sagittarius, right, which are ruled by Jupiter, or vice versa. Jupiter in Capricorn or Aquarius, which are ruled by Saturn, for instance. Or they could have like a mutual aspect, a conjunction between these two. I wouldn't be surprised, right? Or somehow these planets are prominent in their horoscopes. But the Taurus is also ruled by Venus, which can explain the healing energy, the healing oracle card that came through. And we also have the second house, like I said. The second house also shows that this person could be close to their family of origin. They could also maybe working in the same line of work as one of their parents or both of their parents, maybe working in a family business. It also shows that the throat chakra is very strong. So this person also with the Taurus most likely has a very nice voice. Maybe they're a good singer. They have a charming voice in any case. They could also really like to eat and cook. This could be that you meet them through their family of origin or your family of origin, or you could be meeting them at a restaurant for the first time. This is also someone who's very focused on savings and managing money as well. They could be really good at that. But with the Saturn, I also see that this is someone who's not extravagant with their spendings, with their expenses. All right, let me get some more. Spirits, tell me about pile number 1. Who is the person they are going to have a relationship with next? Who is this person they're going to have a relationship with next, Spirit? All right. Oh my God, here we got the corn again. Oh my gosh. Whenever I get the corn, I always think of Children of the Corn for some reason. I don't know why, it cracks me up. Anyway, hopefully this person is not some kind of a creepy individual. Maybe they're a fan of horror movies, because this is the first thing that came through my mind. That would actually makes sense with the Scorpio. And oh my God, the Scorpio is also a strong confirmation of this polar bear mystic energy. Yeah. Anyway, so we do have the corn. This can also be a confirmation of the Taurus. Maybe this person, very specifically for some of you, is interested in gardening. Or they could just be really interested in eating. You know, Taurus is very much connected to food and the simple pleasures of life, you know. So could be you could take it in multiple ways. We also have a tree here, which makes me think of potentially also the fact that they might love nature, but it could also mean the tree of knowledge or the tree of life. So it makes me think of more mystical energies as well. Like this person could be someone who has a lot of wisdom, you know, maybe through their own life experiences. They could also be someone who's quite into philosophy, symbolisms, learning about the meaning of life. Yeah, pretty much. We also have the love locket here. The locket that says love makes me think of Love Lockdown by Kanye West. You know how the lyrics were like, I keep my love locked down? Yeah, this is a very strong confirmation of what I talked about with the Scorpio being intense but very hidden. Yeah, I feel like this person is someone who is going to have very strong feelings for you, but they're definitely keeping it under wraps. Definitely not someone who is going to have their heart on their sleeve. Not for a long while, at least. After, you know, like after you get comfortable, they get comfortable with you and learn to trust you in that. And we have the bow here, which makes me think of presents. Maybe this person's love language is gift giving. that would explain the Taurus. Again, it kind of goes hand in hand with the Taurus energy as well. This could be a person that really likes to feel pampered and to pamper. And this also makes me think of holidays, honestly. So this could be someone that you meet around the holidays. Yeah, could be someone you meet around the holidays. And speaking of the holidays, we also have the cross here with Jesus. So this is a very strong confirmation of what I said about the Jupiter and Saturn connection. If those of you who come from my astrology channel, you know that I actually have mentioned this in multiple videos, that people who have connections between Jupiter and Saturn tend to be involved in organized religions. They tend to be more orthodox, quote unquote, in their views. So this could be a person who's religious. They could be very devout to their particular religion. And yeah, that is a strong confirmation, actually. And they could be like traditional minded, you know, traditional, again, as in part of their tradition. They could be very attached to their traditions. We also have the ... here, which again makes me think that this is like, this is someone who's going to take a while, you know, this relationship could take a while to get off the ground, you know, makes me think of like, maybe there could be like a break even between, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be on a break with this person, but it could be that there will be some time in between the moment you meet them and the moment you actually get together. Yeah, this also makes me think that this person could be slow in deliberating and stuff. And we have an anchor. This is a nice one, actually. It makes me think that this is someone who is very stable. Like, they could be someone like an anchor for you. They're someone dependable, solid. Yeah, makes sense with all the Taurus energy, a lot of earth, a lot of earthiness. I mean, on the downside, they could be stubborn AF. With all this like Taurus and the anchor going on. Here we have some leaves. Again, it just makes me think again of more nature loving with the leaves. And finally we have the sword, which honestly in this context makes me think that, well, on the one hand, they're definitely someone who can be, you know, defensive and even potentially aggressive sometimes. But on the plus side, this shows someone who's a protector, you know. They're someone who's very protective, especially of their loved ones. Yeah, there could be someone who's just not easily backing down from conflict, you know. Alright, this is what I get through the charms. I'm going to move on to more astrological notes now. Alright, Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner? Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner? Tell me, Spirit. Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner? Alright, I think that's enough. So, let's see. We have Ketu, which is the co-ruler of Scorpio in Vedic astrology. So, a lot of Scorpio energy. This is like the third confirmation. We have Cancer energy as well. We have Libra, so confirmation of what I said. Yeah, for some of you, this person could have Libra placements. And we have Taurus for the third time. Pretty much. Almost the third confirmation of Taurus energy, yeah. So, wow, okay, Swati in Libra. All right, so very strong Venus energy. I'm not surprised about either the Ketu, the Scorpio, or the Venus energy, because we had that card with healing, and Venus is very much connected to healing. We also have Purva Bhadrapada, which is ruled by Jupiter, falling in Aquarius and Pisces. All right, so confirmations also of the Pisces energy. We have Satabishak, which is in Aquarius, ruled by Rahu. Let's see, we have Magha, which is ruled by Ketu and falls in Leo. Also, can I just say that the Ketu energy is very strongly confirming the Magician and the Polar Bear card. This person is very mystical and very intuitive, but like I said, with the Eight of Swords, they could be uncomfortable with following their intuition. Yeah. We have Purva Shadha, which is ruled by Venus, falls in Sagittarius. We have Revati, which falls in Pisces, and is ruled by Mercury. All right, so we have some more Mercury. And we have Ashwini, which falls in Aries and is ruled by Ketu. Lots of Ketu energy. And we have Hasta, which is falling in Virgo and is ruled by the moon. So we have loads of confirmations and further strengthenings here. Let me try to break it down. Obviously, with all the Venus energy, this is someone who's very charming. They could definitely be physically attractive as well. Could have a lot of physically attractive features in a very traditional sense, like the kind of person that a lot of people find attractive. Also, the Libra speaks of someone who can have the potential to be a good mediator as well. Like, they could be someone who's quite diplomatic, at least on the surface as well. They could be someone who has a very, the Purva Vajrapada is definitely a confirmation, another confirmation aside from Scorpio of the Tower card coming out twice. Not just because it's connected to having very strong emotions, but also because Purva Vajrapada is a very karmic nakshatra. And again, if you are interested, you can check my astrology channel. I've actually done a more in-depth analysis of this nakshatra. You can find it in my Nakshatras of Jupiter video, just a parenthesis. And yeah, it's very much connected to karma, burning karma. And oh, since I mentioned Kanye West, he also has moon in Purva Vajrapada. So, but I'm not trying to say that everyone is like Kanye West who has this nakshatra. It shows up prominently in a lot of very famous people. But in any case, yeah, connected to someone who has gone through a lot of rough stuff in life, you know, maybe has had to grow up in a rough environment. They could have just gone through a lot of ups and downs in life. A lot of, let's say, humbling moments thrown to them by the universe. And yeah, this nakshatra is also connected to the pillar of fire sometimes, the symbolism connected to it. So it's connected to the purification power of fire. And a lot of the times the natives that have these placements go through, they go through a lot of like humbling, like I said, painful experiences just because it pushes them closer to spiritual awakening. So it really makes sense. It's also a very masculine energy and very expansive. That's why it's ruled by Jupiter. So it really explains the kind of restlessness coming through in this reading with the 8 of Wands as well and the 3 of Wands. So this is a person who likes to, who's kind of a free spirit and probably has a problem with feeling tied down. That doesn't mean that they cannot be faithful or something in a relationship, but it does mean that maybe they will require a partner who's more understanding and, you know, allows them to do their thing. It can also definitely show someone with a vision, because we actually have Aquarius showing up strongly as well, because we have Satabishak, which is entirely in Aquarius, and we also have Purva Vajrapada, which to a large extent is in Aquarius. So yeah, Aquarius is a visionary sign, someone who is pursuing a certain image for their lives. And again, I feel like this is a person who wants to help society in some kind of a grand way. There's also that confirmation of the Saturn energy, because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Rahu in Vedic astrology, Rahu being the north node of the moon. All right. We also have the Maga and the Swati, which is a confirmation of the Hierophant. Like, this person could be very popular. They could be someone who gets a lot of attention. I mean, popular or not, they're someone that easily attracts attention. And I think most likely they're quite recognized within a certain circle of people, most likely connected to their profession. But they could also have, like, strong social media presence. With Revati, again, very strong confirmation that they like to travel. They could actually be involved in something to do with air travel or planes, or maybe they're coming from a different place that they had to fly from. Hasta shows that this person is very imaginative. They could even be interested in magic tricks and anything to do with magic, actually. They could have greenish tints of eye color. Their eyes are also pretty. Can I just say this? Like, their eyes are going to stand out. Definitely. I mean, if all the Venus energy wasn't already a testimony of that, because generally people who are Venusian have very pretty eyes. But then we also have the Revati energy and to some extent the Hasta, which might show that their eyes are really standing out. They could especially have wide set eyes. Yeah, and the manga is a confirmation of what I said with them being proud of their origins. I feel like this is someone who is probably, you know, they could even be into things like history or genealogy or something, you know, about understanding their roots. And they could just carry a pride about their origins, about their family origins or something. And the Satabishak energy is really interesting again because we did have that oracle card with healing. And Satabishak, again, I have actually done a separate video about just this nakshatra on my astrology channel, so you might want to check it out if you're interested. It's kind of similar to Chiron in tropical astrology in the sense that it's the archetype of the wounded healer, like someone who suffers a lot, and let's say someone who might have a chronic illness and then learns to understand that illness and shares their knowledge with the world to heal others, something like that. Doesn't have to necessarily be a physical illness, actually, but it's like someone who uses their suffering in some way to create or to touch other people's lives in some meaningful way. So they could, by the way, Satabishak is also connected to the medical profession, so they could be like a doctor. This is really specific, but with Purva Vajrapada, they could also be actually connected to things like funerals. Yeah. And also with Purva Vajrapada, one of the lesser popular traits is that they might be someone who's very secretive. So again, I see this as a confirmation, an even stronger confirmation of what I said, this person having a poker face. Because Purva Vajrapada is kind of, it's even symbolized by the two-faced man, actually, in Vedic astrology. So it could be that this person is having some kind of a secret life. And I know when you say that, a lot of people are like, oh my God. But it doesn't have to be like Heisenberg, you know, from Breaking Bad. I don't necessarily mean like that. But it could be like maybe they have some interests that people wouldn't guess are interests that they would care about, or there could be some entire side of them that is very not what people would expect them to be into or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be something really dark or whatever. Although, to be fair, Purva Vajrapada does have sometimes a tendency to get into, you know, darker interests or something, but it could just be something to do with magic, for instance, especially since you have all of these, you know, mystic energy. We have the mystic energy, and we also have the magician coming out. So this person could be interested in some kind of spiritual topics that are maybe sort of taboo. With Ashwini, like very specifically, this person could be interested in horses. Like maybe they like horses or they have pet horses. But also Ashwini, again, is connected to leadership. So yeah, it's kind of a confirmation that this person could be leading their own team. Let's say maybe they're a manager, maybe they're self-employed. Yeah. Purva Ashadha also speaks of the sea and swimming. So maybe they like the sea and swimming. Maybe they're interested in things like marine biology or whatever. Purva Ashadha also is connected to images of mermaids and fans, as in the fans that you use to cool down in the summer, like the ones you hold in your hand, you know what I mean? So there, maybe I'm just throwing hints because maybe these things are going to show up in their interests, or I don't know, when you visit their apartment, maybe they'll have a fan somewhere on the wall or something. Yeah, so that could be a thing. And also Purva Ashadha can show wavy hair, nice hair. Could also show that this person is argumentative, to be honest, as well, because Purva Ashadha tends to be connected to warfare as well. Yeah, and they could also be, yeah, they could be prone to arguments, and they just like to fight for the sake of fighting sometimes. Like they could be into debating, for instance, a lot. Alright, so this is what I see, and now let me get to the final step, which is physical characteristics. So, Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner? Alright, that's enough. We have slim build. We have rounded face, full lips. We have medium tan skin. We have medium build, sporty casual style, relaxed. They could have hooded eyes. That's typical for Scorpio energy, actually. So, confirmation. Red auburn hair, round eyes, fair skin, strong jaw, medium lips. All right. We have blue or gray eyes, dark brown, black hair. We have hazel eyes, curly or wavy hair, confirmation of Purvashadha that I was talking about. Younger, youthful. So this is the Gemini Mercury energy. Yeah, they could be younger than you, or they could have a youthful energy. Wow, curly, wavy hair coming out twice. Very tall. Black eyes. All right, so eye color is like almost all across the board. We have intense gaze. Such a strong confirmation of all the astrological energies. All right, slim build also came out twice. We have short to medium height. All right, so again, height can be all across the board. We have dark tan skin, skin color all across the board almost. We have beautiful hands. Wow, this is such a strong confirmation of Hasta energy. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Hasta is connected to the hands, so yeah, you could really like their hands. What can I say? We have melancholic, serious expression. That's the Saturn energy. We have strong build or muscular. All right, so physical build, again, could be almost all across the board. We have the nose bump, which again can be pretty typical for Scorpio, especially Scorpio ascendant from what I noticed. All right, so strong jaw, that I had opened that one before. And we have chin dimple. All right. So these are all the potential physical characteristics that you got, but of course, take them with a grain of salt. I don't know what the hell is going on. I think Mercury, yeah, retrograde. Anyway, so take it with a grain of salt because again, I have read this for a lot of people, so it's not like everyone is gonna get all of these, obviously, because some of them are contradicting one another. Yeah, but if you get like, let's say at least 4 of these, I think you're on the right track to discovering who this person is, you know, if there's someone on your mind. If not, please come back at a later date when you find them, and please write in the comment section because I'm really curious. So yeah, this has been pretty much it, and if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new video. Also, comment in the comment section with any feedback you would like to give or future topics that you would like me to cover in other tarot readings. And if you would like to support my channel further, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a member. You can see the membership options when you click on the join button and the perks that you will get. And also, if you're interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I have left my contact information there. You can email me for a full list of reading options as well as prices. And I've also left a link in the video description to reviews. I have gotten 4 private readings before. If you're curious to see them, right, might help you decide if you want to get a reading with me or not. And last but not least, I have a astrology channel, and I will be linking it in the video description as well. I have more than 20 years of experience in astrology right now, but over the past 10 years or so, I have mainly focused on Vedic. So that's what I mainly focus on my astrology channel, but I also sometimes use tropical astrology insights. So check it out. If you're interested in astrology, maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you in my next tarot reading. Bye! Welcome pile number 2. This is your reading if you have chosen the Strength card and or this white milky quartz. So this is going to be the card shuffling / selection. So I am going to add timestamps if you want to skip directly to the interpretation. Sorry about the background noises. Man, it's Sunday night and people are going crazy or something. So, Spirit, tell me about pile number Actually, wait a minute. No, actually, I'm going to start with these. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. Who is their next romantic partner? Spirit, who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? Spirit, who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? All right, so we have horse freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserve of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. We have new beginnings. New beginnings, all right. And we have contentment. Nice. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is this person's next romantic partner? Spirit, who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? We have the 5 of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the Hermit. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. Who is their next romantic partner? Spirit, who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? We have 7 of Wands. We have 4 of Swords. We have 6 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. King of Pentacles. And 5 of Swords. All right, so I just realized that I should have read these now at the end. So I'm going to go through them once again for the people who are going to go directly to timestamps. So we have this card with new beginnings with the woman holding a baby. And we have this card over here with contentment with the mermaid and the lighthouse. And we have horse freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. And we have this like strength card as the first card. So pile number 2, this is a person who has a lot of endurance. I'm getting a lot of Mars energy potentially. Also with the horse freedom energy, this could be someone who's like a horse in the Chinese zodiac. That's more specific. So for those of you who know like the Chinese astrology, it's not just about the year sign. They could be like the day or the month or the hour of the horse. But that's very specific. Aside from that, I'm getting some strong Pentacles energy. So there's a lot of earth in this person's horoscope. This person is quite well off financially because we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is also not just that they're well off. Oh my God, this person's like... yeah, this person is someone who's going to tick a lot of boxes for you. This is someone who's going to seem like a gift, like a total prize to you. I feel like many of you are not even going to believe, yeah, you're not even going to believe that this person maybe was interested in you, or that you can't believe your luck when you get together with them. It's interesting that you also have the King and the Queen of Pentacles, which shows me that this person not only is a very balanced individual, very solid. I mean, again, we did have the Strength card as the first card, so that explains a lot. But they also have like a nice harmony between their masculine and feminine sides. I feel like this is someone who maybe has had healthy parents relatively, which is a rarity nowadays, but it could be. But yeah, this is someone who basically is like neither toxically masculine nor toxically feminine, so that's good. I can hear the sighs of relief. I also see though, wait, I'm not done. I also see that this person actually might like to argue. They could have like a lot of different viewpoints than you, because we have the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, one underneath the other. So they could be someone who, yeah, likes to argue. They could be prone to arguments a lot. Maybe they just like debates, all right? This can also show that their viewpoints and their opinions are pretty different than yours. You know, there could be a slight difference in background, but I don't necessarily think that this is someone from a different culture, at least not so far. I'm going to see if I get other indicators through the astrological notes, but otherwise it just shows a person that comes from different perspectives, you know. Maybe their upbringing was very different than yours and you don't see eye to eye all the time. Yeah, I feel like this is also someone who can really enjoy the small pleasures of life. This is someone who maybe likes to meditate. Yeah, I'm getting that this is someone who's solid through and through. And I feel like in many ways, there's something refreshingly honest about this person. Like, there's an energy of, like, what you see is what you get, basically. For the most part, I feel like this is not someone who's, like, going to be tricky or very difficult to read, or that they're going to play games or anything. I feel like this is a very solid person. Yeah. Wow, I'm really getting why you got the contentment card, because you are going to be content with this person. I mean, there's a lot of positive energies. This one here, wow. This could be someone that you hit it off with at the second try. It could be the second try for you or for them. So second try, again, could be that for some of you, this could be a person that is maybe divorced, or you have been divorced, could be that. But I think more strongly, it's just that maybe when you meet them, they're not available, or you just don't notice each other romantically from the beginning. So it might take some time for you to actually start a relationship. Yeah, similarly, again, can I just say, if you feel drawn to pile number 1, you might want to check it out. Because, again, but only if you felt drawn to it, because otherwise you're going to get everything you need to hear from this reading. But what I was going to say is that there is a similarity to pile number 1 in the sense that this person could be a teacher. But with you, I actually specifically get something like a teacher. Like someone who, you know, shares knowledge shares knowledge on a regular basis for a living. And it could also be that they're very generous with their resources. They could be someone who's involved in volunteer work. You know, whatever this person does, they're doing it very well. Like, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of abundance here. So because we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. So this is giving me a pretty established position here. So yeah, maybe not like highly established, but someone who is in a stable financial situation. This one though, I feel like maybe, I mean, yeah. This person, like, I feel like when you get to, either when you, so either for you or for them, when you meet or when you get together, you could have been through some kind of a dark night of the soul, like where you have spent a long time in isolation. Either for you or them, again, or maybe for both of you. Like, you could have been single for a long time, and because, not just for any reason, but because you felt betrayed and hurt by some people in the past, all right? So this could be past romantic partners, it could be parents, it could be something. So yeah, I am getting like this energy of emotional heaviness to some extent as well. This is someone who's very selective about who they allow to get close to them. And the new beginnings here, yeah. Again, new beginnings, I mean, I was going to say that maybe it shows someone new, but again, considering the other messages that came through, it's not necessarily true that this is someone entirely new, as in you've never met them before. It could just be someone that you have a second chance with, or You it could also be that you meet them when there's some kind of a change in your situation. Either you change a job or you move to some other new place. But I mainly feel like this is just showing that you're going to have a chance to restart your life in some way through this relationship. Like, it's going to change your life in some significant way. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited resources of stamina and strength. Yeah, with this energy. Makes sense. Also, this person, I mean, going hand in hand with the Pentacles, is very dependable, very solid, you know, very stable. This is a no-nonsense individual. Like, honestly, I'm jealous. I mean, really, this is a really solid through and through individual. Like, I haven't seen this degree of wholesomeness in a reading in a long time. I'm going to see what other messages are coming through as I go along, because I might get some contradictions. Let me see. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. Who is their next romantic partner? Whoops. We have opposition, tension, and opposites. Leo, the extrovert. Sun, essence, and... oh my god. I was going to say here that I was getting a little bit of Kritika energy, which is actually ruled by the sun. But let's see what other indicators come through. We also have Pluto. Alright, so you have Pluto in common with pile number 1 as well. And we have Aquarius, visionary. Alright, so this person is definitely very independent. It's interesting that you got the opposition again, and I've seen this in another reading, that's why I say again, that you have the opposition card, and then you have Aquarius and Leo, which are actual opposites in the zodiac circle. So this could show me that either, again, this person might actually have dichotomous energies, paradoxical traits, but it could also show that you have a lot of oppositions in your synastry, for instance. So yeah, like maybe they have a lot of Leo and Aquarius and you, I don't know. Or they could be like more Aquarius and you're more Leo, or the other way around. But it could be with other signs as well, like you just have a lot of oppositions. In any case, with the Leo and Aquarius, this person has like interesting blend of having a strong ego and pride and a sense of individuality, but on the other hand also being quite altruistic and generous. So it's like I feel like they might also hover in between, sometimes maybe coming across as a little bit aloof or in their head, and on the other hand sometimes being very warm and, you know, open and extroverted. But yeah, this explains the purity energy that came through. Your heart is pure and free with the sun energy. I mean, the sun is basically the purest energy because it's pure light. It also explains what I saw with the transparency. I feel like this is the kind of person, like, even if they try to put on a poker face, they're probably very easy to read, you know. Yeah, because there's just something solid through and through. There could also be like a sense of pride about them to the extent where they will not lower themselves to pretend to be something they're not. And also a very strong heart chakra with the sun and the Leo coming through. So on the surface, yeah, they could come across as predominantly an extrovert with this energy, a lot of fire coming through as well. They could also be leaders somehow, you know, in leadership positions. But this is also a strong confirmation of the teaching placement that I was talking about. Like, they're somehow, see, it could literally be teaching, because the sun, the Six of Pentacles and the Sun and Leo are very connected to teaching in general. But they could also be artists, for instance, or any kind of position where they're just sharing their energy with others, empowering others. Could also be like motivational speakers as well. We do have a touch of Scorpio as well with the Pluto, which is the co-ruler of Scorpio. So yeah, there is like slight, maybe private, hidden side, but I feel like it's mostly about this person maybe having a certain intensity about them. Yeah. So there is a touch of that. There's a touch of mysticism, maybe, and intensity, but nowhere near significant. Like, I don't feel like it's particularly significant. I'm again thinking about pile number 1, because pile number 1 got a lot of Scorpio. Sorry that I keep going back to pile number 1. But in your case, I actually see there's just maybe like a little touch of that, a little touch of like intensity, passion, or it could just be that you have strong Pluto aspects in synastry with this person. But I feel like most likely it's just that this person is a very solid, strong, this person has a strong willpower. And Pluto and also Scorpio is connected to financial abundance, you know, managing other people's money as well. That could be a thing. Like maybe this person is, yeah, could be like a bank manager. I don't know. Maybe they work in finances or something. For some of you. Let me get some more stuff. So let's see with the Astro Dice. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. Who is, sorry, pile number 2. Pile number 2. Whoa. So I had to pick this up because it fell under the desk. And I know you're not going to believe me, but it actually fell on Leo. So, yeah. I'm going to see what else is coming through. All right. So, Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. Who is this person, Spirit? Who is this person they're going to have as a next romantic partner? All right, so we have the Moon. We have number 11, which is a confirmation of Aquarius, because Aquarius is the 11th sign. We also have Pisces. All right, so we don't have Leo, we have Pisces. So I feel like with Pisces coming through here, this is a stronger confirmation as well that this person is really creative. The Moon as well. They could be really imaginative, creative. They also definitely have sensitive side, but they can also be like someone who's very protective of their emotions and protective of their loved ones and their home life. They could also be kind of a homebody, and they're very much the family person, you know, attached to family. They want to have a family. Also with the 11th house, this is the house of gains. It's one of the money houses in Vedic astrology. So this is a confirmation that this person is doing well financially. Yeah, they could have, they could be making a lot of money through their own career, especially. All right, so let me see. Also with the Moon, this person could be moody as well, maybe a little bit. They could be moody, and physically they could have a wide face. All right, so let me get more. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. Who is their next romantic partner? Tell me about pile number 2. Who is their next romantic partner? All right, that's all that wants to come through. All right, so we have a flower here. This is really cute, flowery. All right, so maybe this person is very creative and artistic. That makes sense. The Sun and Leo are very expressive artistically as well. We do have the Sword, which to me is a confirmation of the 5 of Wands and 7 of Wands. This person could be argumentative, and maybe they have a feistiness in expressing themselves. This also makes me think of Kritika, but I'm going to see if that comes through with the astrological notes later. We have this one again came out for pile number 1. And I feel like this person, yeah, does not open up emotionally easily, because we do have a lot of earth energy with all that pentacles. So even though they're generally like transparent and, you know, they're not sneaky for the most part, this doesn't mean that they're going to be immediately opening up and expressing love and stuff like that. I feel like this is someone who might take some time to warm up, actually. We also have this thing which makes me think of a musical key. It says 1905 on it. Yeah, hopefully this person wasn't born in 1905. Otherwise, they might be a ghost. Run away. Sorry, bad joke. But it makes me think of a musical key. This could also be like this person likes history or something. Maybe they like history. Maybe they're interested in the past. They could also be mature. And we have this thing which shows mountains. Yeah, this person could be someone who is used to taking things one step at a time. They're working hard for their goals. And yeah, they could also be like in a pretty high social status. The feather here, makes me think of angels and doves. So I just see this as a symbol of purity, honestly. Yeah, pretty much. We also have the moon again. We actually have another moon here with a star. So, yeah, I feel like this person, for some of you, even though the sun came through, and then we also had, I mean, bear in mind that I'm reading for a lot of people, so it's probably going to be different combinations of all these for different people. But the moon is coming out strongly. I mean, this is the second time. So this person could also have, let's say, placements in Cancer, or they could have a strongly placed moon energy, you know. So they could also be moody, to be honest, like I said. Yeah, moody. They could be attached to their mother. Like, maybe their mother is very strong in their lives. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it could be a thing. This could also show that this person has a strong feminine side. Like, they can be very nurturing, you know. They could also love to travel, and they could have a very pretty face. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was trying to read the Spanish thing. I don't know if this is correct. Te veré cuando baje la marea. I think it means like, I'll see you when the tide is low, or when the tide lowers, and there's the sign of Cancer on the back. So this is basically exactly what I was talking about, that this person is, yeah. This person could be someone who has strong Cancer placements. And I feel like, yeah, this is also like a sign that they could be like very protective again. Yeah. This could also be like, yeah, it might take a while until you get together with this person. And I don't mean like from the moment you see this reading. I think from the moment you meet them until you actually get together, there could be a while. Yeah. And we have a microphone, last but not least, which to me is a confirmation of what I was talking about, basically, with the teaching and the sun. So also with an extroverted energy, like, I feel like this could be someone who has a good degree of visibility. Maybe they're in some kind of a, I don't know, public position, or they're some kind of a leader. Somehow they stand out. And they could be communicating a lot. You know, maybe they're addressing large audiences as well with the microphone. Alright, so this is pretty much what I get from the charms. Let me get some astrological notes, more of them. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? Spirit, who is pile number 2's next romantic? Okay, I feel like that's enough. So let me unpack all of these. We have Saturn as well. All right, so this is a confirmation of that 1905. Like, maybe for some of you, this person is older and or more mature, but this could also be someone working for the government, or they could be someone who is any position of high responsibility, have climbed a hierarchical ladder. So it's a confirmation of what I said with the mountains coming through as well. Saturn actually rules Capricorn, and also climbing in mountains and rocks. So yeah, we also have Aries. We have oh my god, we have the moon. All right, third moon coming through here. So this person has a strong moon energy. This is a very strong confirmation. If you come from astrology and you have moon as Darakaraka, or you have moon in the 7th house, or, you know, Lord of the 7th house somehow affected by the moon. Oh my god, and we have Leo as well. So Leo is very strong as well. The sun and the moon are very strong. All right, so this is a confirmation that this is a, you know, this is your reading, because, all right, we have Hasta, which is ruled by the moon, more moon energy. Yeah, confirmation, because the moon is really affecting your spouse archetype. Sata Bishak, which is falling in Aquarius. Okay, so we do have that Aquarius energy. We have Mula, which falls in Sagittarius and is ruled by Ketu. We have Uttara Bhadrapada, which is ruled by Saturn. We have Revati, which is falling in Pisces, ruled by Mercury. We have Dhanishta, which is falling in Capricorn and Aquarius, ruled by Mars. So finally some Mars energy, because I did pick up a little bit of Mars. Uttarashadha, which is ruled by the Sun. And we have Pusha, which is ruled by Saturn. And we have Mrigashira, which is ruled by Mars. Okay, so we do have, I think, what is it? 2. Yeah, 2 of the 3 Mars-ruled nakshatras came through. And we also have a Sun-ruled nakshatra. We have Uttarashadha. So we didn't have Kritika, but we have Uttarashadha. That makes sense. In any case, Uttarashadha and any Sun-ruled nakshatra is also connected to teaching. They could be like a spiritual teacher as well. And this is someone who, yeah, is pretty established, I feel. Like, this is someone who has a certain social status. And there is a certain degree of fame connected to them as well with Dhanishta. And this also shows creative expression. They could be someone who likes to be very kind of extroverted. They could like to act, maybe at least as a hobby, even if it's not like their profession. They could like to act or sing or dance. They could be really good dancers. This can also show that their physical body stands out. If this is a man, this is a pretty masculine looking man. And even if this is a woman, the body is really standing out. Just to let you know, I mean, for instance, Gigi Hadid has Dhanishta placements. Marilyn Monroe had Moon in Dhanishta. Sophia Loren had Moon in Dhanishta. So a lot of like very attractive, especially physically attractive women have prominent Dhanishta energy. So yeah, also men who have, let me think, I think James McAvoy has Moon in Dhanishta. And he's pretty masculine. Also, Andy Samberg. And he's pretty masculine as well, even though he also has like a more playful energy. I don't know. Also, both of the actors from the X-Files, Scully and Mulder, I forgot what their names were. They both have Moon in Dhanishta. Yeah. So Dhanishta can also be connected to actually stuff like military, police, detective work. So obviously this is going to be really specific. Doesn't mean that everyone who's looking at this is going to have a partner who's in the police or the military, but that could be a thing, you know, or they could be into combat sports. They could be into self-defense, or they could just be into sports in general. Maybe they really care about their body and looking fit and nice and all that. And with Mrigashira, they could be really very much, so this is like a double confirmation that they could be into something to do with research, you know, like a detective even, but this is really specific. So they could be in any kind of profession where they have to do research, like they have to dig for the truth. We also have a third confirmation of this with the Mula Nakshatra, which is very much connected to research, or even genealogy or something, you know, stuff like that. Because we also have Satabhishak Nakshatra here, which is connected to the medical profession. This person has a nurturing side as well. Yeah, very strong nurturing side. We have this with Pushya as well. So, and Pushya again is a very kind of lush, sensuous energy. Again, Angelina Jolie has ascendant in Pushya. Kylie Minogue has ascendant in Pushya. Can't think of anyone else. I'm pretty sure that Pamela Anderson also has some Pushya energy. I don't know if it's her moon or something else. So again, a lot of sensuality connected to Pushya Nakshatra, but this is also kind of a nakshatra of someone who has had to make it the hard way, you know. With all the Saturn energy, this person could have like, so their face is really standing out. They're very pretty. They could also tend to have kind of a roundish face. They might also have like a broad body or even a tendency towards plumpness. But I'm also seeing like strong bone structure. Like their bone structure could be really nice. They could have like high cheekbones. They could have nice teeth. They could also have some features that show a little bit of severity or sharpness. Like maybe they have a bump on their nose. They could have thin lips for some of you. With Hasta, their arms and their hands could really stand out, or maybe they really use their hands and arms a lot when they talk, for instance. Uttara Bhadrapada and Dhanishta, both of them are really connected to things like yoga and dancing. So this person could have a really graceful body, and or they could enjoy dancing or yoga or anything to do with the physical body, really. With Revati, their eyes are really going to stand out. The eyes could have an unusual color. They can also tend to be wide set. And also Revati is connected to air travel or anything to do with planes. So yeah, they could be working in professions connected to planes or like stewardess, pilot, something like that. They could be into flying, maybe paragliding. This could also show someone who loves to travel. They could be really lucky when traveling. There's kind of an adventurous spirit here as well. They could also be someone who is very controlled. And so again, with Uttara Bhadrapada, I'm definitely getting like pretty features, strong features, and popularity really with this person. So just to give you an example, I think Timothée Chalamet has Moon in Uttara Bhadrapada. I think that's like the one example that I can think of off the top of my head. But I know it shows up prominently. There's also kind of a theme potentially of rags to riches with this person. So it could be that this person comes from like a pretty humble background and has had to like really work for what they have. But at the moment when you get together, this is someone who's pretty established, like I said. All right, so this is pretty much what I can see from... Let me think, anything else? Oh yeah, they could really be, like I said, with the key, with the musical key, they could actually be someone who's very interested in classical music. Maybe they even play an instrument, or they could be really good at anything using their hands. Like maybe they do handiwork, I don't know, arts and crafts or something, or they could just also be working on the computer all day, because that implies typing a lot using your hands. And they could also be like, maybe they enjoy ping pong or badminton or these sports that use the arms and the hands a lot. And or they could be, like I said, playing an instrument, or they might even be into magic tricks. Yeah. Also, they could really like forest and nature. And they might be really good with animals. Maybe they have pets. Irrespective of whether they have pets or not, this could be the kind of person that, you know, animals really like them, even like animals are attracted to them or something. Yeah, or they could be good with animals somehow. All right, so this is what I'm seeing here. And yeah, with respect to profession, I can tell you they're pretty established, especially financially, and or they could be working in some kind of field where they're dealing with large groups of people. So socializing and networking are very important. And or traveling could be connected. Other fields that they could be working in could involve, like I said, teaching. Could be something potentially connected to faith as well. Maybe like a spiritual teacher, like I said. Something to do with water and the sea. Import-export stuff. They could be working with women, especially with mothers, or something to do with maternity, or they could have a profession where they are nurturing others somehow. So it makes me think of any healing medical profession as well. Psychotherapist could be a thing. Working with fluids, like I said, again, could be a thing. Like, did I say import-export? I think I did. Traveling, again, of any kind could be a thing. And any kind of artistic profession, basically. All right, so this is what I see through the astrological notes. I'm going to get to the final stage of the reading, which is physical characteristics for this person. Also, before I get into it, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notifications bell in order for you to see when I will upload my other tarot readings. Thank you. And also, I wanted to say that the moon came out multiple times, so I think this person has a nice chest area, chest and or stomach area as well. So, yeah, let's get the actual characteristics. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? Alright, I think that's enough. Alright, that's enough. Actually, this one, nah. So, let's see. Melancholic, serious expression. That goes hand in hand with the Saturn energy. Light to medium blonde. Brown eyes. Hooded eyes. That's a bit of Scorpio energy. Nose bump. That's Saturn and or Scorpio. We have slim build. We have brown eyes twice. Red or auburn hair. Facial hair. Melodious voice. Nose bump twice. Athletic body. All right, confirmations. Beautiful hands. All right, confirmations. Fair skin. That makes sense with the moon energy. We have raspy voice. Bohemian style or vibes. Large eyes. Again, that's moon energy. Hooded eyes twice. That's more Scorpio energy. Melancholic, serious expression twice. All right, Saturn. Medium lips. Round eyes twice. Light tan skin. Sporty casual style. Triangular or heart-shaped face. This is typical for Hasta Nakshatra, by the way, because of the Mercury energy. We have strong nose. All right, so the nose is coming out strongly, pretty much. We have chin dimple. Jovial or playful expression. All right. Red or auburn hair coming out twice. We have light tan skin coming out twice. We have tattoo for some of you. They could have a tattoo. We have intense gaze. That's Scorpio, Saturn energy, especially Scorpio. We have dark brown or black hair. All right. So these are the physical characteristics you got. Of course, not all of them are going to apply to all of you because some of them are contradicting one another. But if you get like 3 or 4 of these, I think that is a sign that you are on the right track to discovering who this person is. And yeah, if you meet them in the future, of course, feel free to come back to this video and let me know how it played out. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Like the video if you have liked it. Comment in the comment section with anything you would like to share. Also, if you have ideas for future readings that you would like me to cover. And also click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will upload a new video. Like I said, if you're also interested in supporting my channel further, you can click on the join button under this video or any other and pay a small monthly fee in exchange for some perks. And if you're interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there. You can email me for a list of prices and reading options. And if you'd also like to see reviews I have gotten for private readings up until this point, you can check out the link in the video description as well. If you're curious to see, it might help you decide if you want to get a private reading with me. So I will leave that there. And last but not least, I also have an astrology channel, and I focus mainly on Vedic astrology, but also with some tropical insights because I have more than 20 years of experience in astrology overall. But for the past 10 years or so, I've mainly focused on Vedic. So that's what I mainly focus on my channel. But if you're curious about astrology, go ahead and check it out. Maybe subscribe to my astrology channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you at my next tarot reading. Bye! So welcome pile number 3. This is your reading if you have chosen the Lovers card and or this red jasper crystal. This is going to be the card shuffling phase / selection phase, so I am going to add timestamps so you can skip directly to the reading if you don't want to sit through this. Alright, so let's see. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3, the people who chose the red jasper. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 3's next romantic partner, Spirit? weird. Yeah, they're felt like pulling them out in order. Let's see. The Ace of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Fool, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit, tell me about pile number 3, the people who chose the red jasper. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 3's next romantic partner? Sorry about the car races happening in the background. I cannot control them. All I can do is wish that they break their necks. And if you're thinking I'm being cruel, it's past 10 p.m. So that's why. All right, we have 9 of Pentacles. It's 10 of Pentacles. The Strength card. The 8 of Swords. The Queen of Swords. The 4 of Cups. All right, let me get some oracle cards for you. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3, the people who chose the Lovers. Who is their next romantic partner? Spirit, who is pile number 3's next romantic partner? This one. Who's pile number 3's next romantic? Yeah, this one. Spirit, who is pile number 3's next romantic partner? We have Celebration. All right, so that's a confirmation of the 6 of Wands that came out as well. That's nice. So we have Celebration. We have Lynx, Keeper of Secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you. When you trust your knowing, you see other secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. And we have Free Spirit. Okay. Yeah, I am getting very strong Venus energy here. But I'm also getting a very strong Ketu / Scorpio energy as well. But let me unpack everything that I see. So this person, first of all, is very affectionate, very romantic, very passionate. So they're very much interested in romance. And they're also, I think, more than the other piles, actually, with this one, I feel like this person is self-employed. Like, even with the other, like, I will just say, I will not say which one of the others, but if you felt drawn to number 1 or number 2, definitely check them out because there might be messages there for you. But I just want to say that in this pile, there is a stronger energy of being self-employed and also successfully self-employed. You know, I'm seeing someone who has a lot of drive, is making their own money, is quite self-sufficient, and also has a really good financial situation. Not just a good financial situation, but also an established career. So I feel like this is someone that is really successful. Like, I feel like most people would consider them successful when they think about them. This is someone who has made it on some level. There's also not just about them being successful, but there is an energy of potentially meeting them through some kind of a social event, some kind of either a holiday or, again, could be actual celebration of some sort, maybe even at a wedding, or I don't know, a ball, or like whatever. It could be all kinds of things. Some kind of celebration, some kind of an event. You could meet this person like this, but then you could also meet them through career-oriented things. Maybe it could be like the office Christmas party for some of you. I don't know. But yeah, there is this message of this person being very focused on their career, honestly. This person could also be working with a lot of people from very different backgrounds. They could also be, let's say, working with foreigners. This is something that I'm getting, a lot of foreigners. So again, this could just mean that they have like a wide range, a wide reach with their profession, and a strong amount of visibility. They could have some kind of international visibility, actually. So again, this could be someone with a strong social media following, but I'm getting this is especially connected to the way that they're making money. Yeah, see how that resonates. Could be multiple interpretations. Yeah. This person is also very much I feel like mostly the strong silent type. This is what I'm getting here. Wow. This one, these cards here are particularly fascinating because this could show this person somehow tends to get in their way. Could be with respect to relationships, or it could be with respect to life in general. I feel like this is someone who might overanalyze. You know, this is really weird because what I'm getting here is someone that either has analysis paralysis, or it could be two things at the same time. They could have analysis paralysis, but also ironically be impulsive at the same time. So, you know, these kinds of people who, let's say they go shopping with a long list of things and then they end up buying everything that is not on the list except for the things on the list. You know what I mean? This is where I'm getting at. I don't feel like maybe literally about shopping lists, but I feel like somehow it has to do with this relationship. So maybe this could be someone who is prejudiced against you at first, or you could be prejudiced against them maybe to some extent. But I think this is mainly about them. This is like maybe them having, you know, I'm getting Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice, like someone who has some kind of prejudices, you know, maybe about other people, and they don't see the woods for the trees, you know what I mean? Sometimes they could get bogged down in details or preconceived notions about things. This is more of a negative trait that I see here. I do see, though, that they're open-hearted. Like, there's someone who has a strong heart chakra, which, again, is a, you know, confirmation of the Lover's card. So I'm definitely getting, like, strong Venus and or Sun as well in this person's horoscope. There's someone with a lot of passion, a lot of feeling. They put a lot of passion into what they care about and their career and all that. And sometimes when they are in a pickle, though, I feel like this is a person who has, like, flashes of genius. They follow their intuition to get out of trouble, whether it's decisions to do with work or, again, in relationships, whatever it is. This is the kind of person that has a very sharp intuition. And I also see that this person this is someone who has achieved their level of success through hard work. So I don't feel like this is someone who comes from money. I think this is someone who has worked hard and, you know, has built what they have step by step. So potentially some Saturn, Scorpio energy as well. Whatever they have is something that has taken time to build, you know, like the level of success that they have. So I am getting some level of visibility with this person. Like, I feel they're quite well known and respected, respected within their community. Wow. Talk about analysis paralysis. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is saying that this person, it could be really analyzing everything to death, you know. And I feel like this is also maybe someone who has Virgo and or Aquarius energy. So someone who's pretty cerebral here. So unlike the other two piles I see with you, there is almost like I'm seeing a predominance of air and earth energy, but there's also a decent amount of wands. Actually, I would say it's like there's almost like an equal balance actually between earth air and fire, but not a lot of water here. You know, you only get the Four of Cups here. So because there isn't a lot of water, this tells me that this person is not really in touch with their emotions. You know, this could be someone who is maybe even blind to the fact that they like you at first. Like, it could take them a while to realize that they're in love, you know, or, you know, it makes me think of someone who's like super cerebral and like an alien from outer space. I mean, I don't want to exaggerate, but, you know, that's the worst case scenario with Aquarius energy. They could be someone who constantly is detached and tries to overanalyze and control everything. Yeah, so there could be some kind of an energy here of this person having the blinkers on about you and about the potential of this relationship, at least at first. So again, this makes me think that this could come across as a person who has hesitation. They may not show you immediately that they like you. You may have no idea that they like you. And it could also go both ways, to be fair, but I feel like more because they're ambivalent, or they seem like they're ambivalent at first, you might not open up to them either, you know? So there could be some kind of a delay in the taking off of this relationship. This person is also extremely selective, and I'm getting maybe potentially a little bit stingy sometimes. This may not be like with respect to this relationship. It could be about their attitude in general. I feel like this is someone who, again, because I'm getting the vibe that this is someone who has worked hard for everything they have, this person is probably very careful with their expenses. So they could be very, not just, here's the thing, this gives me like the typical prototype of the wealthy person who has to really vet the people around them to see if the people are genuinely interested in them or worth their time, or if they're just going to be, you know, interested in their money and maybe their company, depending on how successful they are. You know what I mean? So I feel like this person could really have their walls up, especially when you first meet them. So again, it kind of shows me that it's going to take a while before you get together, but pretty much this is what I'm getting here, that this is someone who is very selective and they're not afraid to burn bridges either. I feel like this is someone who knows when to say no, you know what I mean? But I also think that ultimately they're going to see you as, you know, it's going to take them a while to discover you, but they will see you as a great treasure. They're going to see you as a giant win in their lives. Which, again, makes sense because the first card that came through is the Lover. So there's going to be a lot of love in here, you know, like a lot of passion, a lot of affection, a lot of romance. This person is really secretive as well, like I said. So I'm definitely getting some strong Scorpio vibes. Maybe Capricorn, Aquarius as well. But Scorpio is coming through it pretty strongly as well. All right, so let me get some astrological cards. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. Who is this next romantic partner they're going to have? Who is their next romantic partner? Who is this person's next romantic partner? We have the 3rd house, communication and interaction. We have 7th house, love and partnership. That's the Lover's energy coming through again, I feel. We have more Gemini. All right, 3rd house, Gemini. That's pretty much the same energy as Mercury. We have trine, support and inspiration. And we have the 1st house, self and identity. Okay, this person has a strong personality. They have a strong personality, a strong presence. And again, they stand out. There's something about them that just gives them visibility. It could be their profession, or here's another thing. I feel like this is a person who actually uses their image a lot in their profession. So see how this resonates. And I'm also going to get some more astrological notes as I go along to get more information. But this could be someone who's like an artist, or they have a business on their own name or something. Like somehow through their social skills and their presentation, they attract maybe clients, or even if they're employed, somehow their image is adding to their professional success, you know. Could even be their actual physical body. Like maybe they really take care of their physical body. They could be really active. They could go to the gym a lot. This could also be someone that you meet at the gym or anything to do with the physical body. This could also be someone you meet close to your place of birth, at least within your homeland. Could be, but doesn't have to be like the only option. Another option with the third house is you could be meeting them online. They could be in your neighborhood. You could be meeting them through a sibling, especially a younger sibling. And running errands and short-term or short-distance travel could be a thing, how you meet this person as well. And they could also be with communication in Gemini. This person maybe really uses communication a lot. Seventh house, love. See, seventh house is not just the house of love and partnership. It's also the house of audiences and business and partnership-based business. So maybe this person is in a partnership-based business, or they are, let's say, working with an audience, and they could be working in any kind of profession where they have to work in one-to-one situations, you know, like counseling, being a psychotherapist, being a marriage counselor as well, because seventh house is the house of marriage. So there could be multiple options here. And since we also have the seventh house, of course, this could actually lead to marriage. You know, this relationship could lead to marriage. You could also be meeting them in, actually it's a confirmation of the Six of Wands and the celebration as well. You could actually be meeting them at a wedding or any kind of formal setting as well. So seventh house in a way is also a confirmation of what I said about meeting through your or their profession. Because the seventh house in Vedic astrology is a Bhavat Bhavam concept, which is the 10th from the 10th house. So there's a tone of formality connected to it. This person's physical body could stand out, definitely. I feel like with support and inspiration, this person's really charismatic, for one. And I also think that this is someone who might support you and you support them. So this could be like a mutually supportive relationship where you help each other grow. Yeah, really nice. All right, let me get some more stuff. Spirit, let me get the astro dice. Tell me about pile number 3. Who is their next romantic partner? All right, we have number 8. Number 8, which is the house of Scorpio. So we have a little bit of Scorpio energy going on. We also have the sun, confirmation. And, oh my God, we have Scorpio. Yes, Scorpio itself. All right, so we have some Scorpio going on. We have some sun. So sun energy is confirming. Also, can I just say this person has a strong sense of pride? I think worst case scenario, they might have an unhealthy sense of pride, but not too much. It's not coming through very strongly. But this is definitely someone who has, you know, an ego. Like, they probably are proud of themselves, which is not necessarily a bad thing. We also have the 8th house in Scorpio, which, oh my God, such a strong confirmation of the Keeper of Secrets card, you know? It says, nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing, you see other secrets and keep them secret. See, on the plus side, this person is very trustworthy with your secrets when it comes to your keeping secrets. On the other hand, this could also be that this person is very secretive and they're not easy to get to know. And they could also be into research. Again, psychotherapy could definitely be a thing. They could also be into research. Also with the 8th house, it shows that you could have met them through their family of origin or your family of origin. And 8th house also specifically has to deal with foreign lands where a foreign language is being spoken. So you could meet them while traveling to a foreign land or while they're traveling to a foreign land. But I didn't get strong indicators that this person is from a different culture than you so far. So yeah, but there could be some traveling involved, and or it could actually be something to do with like foreign languages somehow. Also with the sun, this person has a strong masculine energy. They probably come across as a good protector, and they could be a little bit bossy and domineering sometimes. This person could also be handling other people's money. So any kind of position where they're doing, let's say, finances, banking, investments, stuff like that, that could be a thing. And there's also a lot of intensity and also a lot of sensuality, sexuality as well. I'm not surprised that we have the Scorpio, considering the Lovers energy that came through as the first card. Yeah, also the Ace of Wands, hello. I mean, yeah, this person has a lot of passion and they probably want to express it physically, you know what I mean? All right, pile number 3, yes, the charms. Let me get some charms here. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. Who is their next romantic partner? Okay. Lots of stuff coming through. We have the tree here. We have this tree, which makes me think of like mystical, mythological knowledge. Makes me think of the tree of life. But it could also be that they are a nature lover. Yeah, we also have the, like, the death sign. Actually, oh crap, I dropped it. But you saw it, you know, I'm not gonna... Alright, I interrupted the program to get it. So yeah, it makes me, yeah, it is connected to death, but it's also the sign they put on poisons. And, you know, it makes me think of, yeah, someone who might be dealing with dangerous situations. This is something that I wanted to say about the 8th house. And oh my god, it came out twice. Look at this. There's 2 of them. Wow. I don't think this has ever happened to me that I got 2, like, dead heads. Anyway, 8th house can have to deal with crisis situations, and it could actually be somehow connected to death. But I think that's pretty specific, that this person could be involved in actual professions connected to death, like embalming and funerals and stuff like that, but it could be a thing. Another thing, though, with the 8th house is anything to do with transformation. So it could be like plastic surgery even, just to give an example, but anything where you just transform others and or things. Could be like art restoration, for instance. So anything involving transformation, or let's say physical fitness, you know, like a fitness instructor. That could be shown through the 8th house, you know, so any of these professions could make sense, or any ones that you can think about that involve transformation. Also using resources, like using natural resources and stuff, that could also explain the tree. So like waste management, for instance, could be 8th house stuff. So see how this resonates. Could be multiple things. We have the plane, which kind of is a confirmation of what I said, that you could be meeting them while traveling, or that they have traveled to your area. Could even be from a foreign place, foreign country. And of course, very specifically, this could be that they're interested in planes, or they like air travel. Maybe they're a stewardess or a captain or something. Maybe they like paragliding. We also have a seahorse here, which makes me think of, yeah, they could love the sea. So there could be like, also, I mean, Scorpio is a water sign. But it makes me think of a kind of a playfulness. And you know what this makes me think of as well? It makes me think of family loyalty. Like, this person could really care about loyalty and family. Because seahorses, if I remember correctly, wasn't it the male that carried the young? So if this is a masculine, I think that they really care about children and they really want to have children. This is something really random, but it did come to my mind, so... We have an owl, which is wisdom. It's wisdom, all right? This person could have a lot of wisdom. They probably like knowledge. They like to expand their knowledge. This could also show, I mean, owls are also pretty mystical. And I don't know about other cultures, but for instance, in my country, there's a superstition that if you hear an owl singing, you will die soon. So yeah, just a cheerful piece of information for you. Stay away from owls, I guess. But again, makes me think of that death energy and Scorpio. So owls are also kind of like, in some cultures, connected to something mystical. So this person could actually be like, maybe they're interested in tarot, astrology, Wicca. Maybe they have some kind of supernatural interests, or they just maybe like creepy stuff. I don't know. Maybe they like Stephen King novels. That could be a thing. We also have this charm that is basically a sea star and a seashell. Makes me think of Venus, to be honest, because Venus was born out of a seashell. So I just see it as more Venus energy. But again, it could also be that you meet them by the sea, or they really like the sea somehow, or swimming. Maybe they like fish tanks. Maybe they have fish tanks. One or both of you could like fish tanks. We have this key that says something about love. Love something. So the key makes me think that this is someone that's going to open up to you. See, I feel like your ghost. What the hell is that? Mercury retrograde intensifies. Sorry about that. Ghost is kind of like something between a goat and a goth, I guess. Right. So basically you're both going to open up emotionally to one another. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, this could also be that this person is pretty shut down until they meet you. So makes sense with all the Scorpio energy coming through. We also have the cross. This came through in another pile. I'm not going to say which one. But like I said in the other pile, this could be that this person is religious, like part of an organized religion. And they could, you know, they could be like a practicing religious person. Like maybe they really care about their religion. And more specifically, it could be that they're maybe somehow their profession is connected to religion or faith or something. We have this. I'm not sure what this thing is, but I have seen it many times. I think it's of Indian origin. I'm not mistaken, right? Help me out here. I'm not sure what it represents, but this is really specific, but there could be something connected to Indian culture, maybe, for some of you. This could also just be that this person has tattoos, but also with the hands coming out twice, it makes me think of Hasta energy. Again, makes me think of hands. You also did have third house and Gemini, which are both connected to hands, actually. And you have two hands here. You have two little hands. So this person, maybe they use their hands a lot. Like maybe they're handy, hands-on. They like crafts. Maybe they do carpentry in their free time. Who knows? Or maybe pottery or something. They work with their hands. And their hands could really stand out in some way. You know, maybe their hands are really pretty or something. Yeah. This could also be that they have a tattoo. And we have this thing which is, I don't know, makes me think of Japanese gardens or Chinese gardens or something. Not sure what this represents either. But this is what it makes me think of. So this makes me think of someone who is honestly quite controlled. And they probably like to control their environment. Like someone who's quite organized. Someone who's organized and maybe a little bit of a neat freak. We also have two feather. Oh my god. Oh my god, it just hit me that you have Gemini. And you have, with the charms, you have 3 symbols, right? 3 symbols that came out twice. In duplicates. So, alright, this is really specific. But maybe for some of you, this person is a twin. Like, maybe they have a twin. One of their parents could be a twin. Another thing is, like, maybe you meet this person through something involving twins. If you come from Vedic astrology, maybe you have the ruler of your 7th house falling in Sagittarius. That would explain this, you know, but that's way too specific for me to get into explanations. Just take it as it is. But I do think it's fascinating that you had all of these coming in doubles. Yeah, so this could also be like, one thing that is hitting me is that maybe for some of you, it could be that you kind of look a little bit like one another, but that's a little bit creepy. It is a little bit creepy, but I actually read a study that it's a thing, like people are attracted to others that have similar features, so it could be a thing for some of you. And we have, last but not least, we have the anchor. which makes sense because we also have the strength card here. We have all these like references to strength. So this person could be someone who's very strong, you know, very strong, very dependable. And I also feel like with the Anchor, they are someone who is always going to be there for you. You know, they're like a safe harbor. They're someone who's going to like hold you down, and like hold you down doesn't sound well. I mean, it could be taken out of context. I mean, but they can they can stabilize you, you know. They can be your anchor, they can be your rock in times of turmoil. That's what I'm getting. And it could just be this person is very steady. You know, they're very steady. They don't like to rock the boat. Okay, so let me get some more specific astrological notes. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is their next romantic partner? All right, one of them fell on the floor. Crap. All right, this is the one that fell on the floor, and there's also one that fell out of frame. Sorry, but I'm not going to start all over again just because they fell on the floor, so you're going to have to trust me. So we have Rahu, right, the North Node. So there is some possibility that this person could be coming from a different cultural background than you. They're also, I mean, with the free spirit, you would expect some Rahu energy. We also have Aries energy, all right. That's the first house coming out. We have Sagittarius. We have Leo. Oh my God, a lot of fire here. We also have Capricorn. That explains the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Sun again, because it also came out through the dice. All right. Let's see some more. We have Rohini, which is ruled by the Moon, falling in Taurus. Very nice. We also have Vishaka falling in Libra and Scorpio, ruled by Jupiter. We have Purva Falguni, which is falling in Leo, ruled by Venus. So there's some Venus going on. Like I said, that explains the lovers. That's more than enough to explain the lovers. We have Revati. And we have Uttara Ashadha, which is ruled by the Sun. Oh, Revati is a strong confirmation. Oh my God. I kind of expected this to come through because of the plane. It's very much connected to flying, especially, I mean, to traveling in general, but especially traveling by plane. We have Chitra, which is falling in Virgo and Libra. So we do have the Libra going on as well because you had the 7th house. That makes sense. And we have Kritika, which is ruled by the Sun. That explains because the Sun came out twice. I mean, Kritika and Uttara Ashadha are both ruled by the Sun. And we have Mula, which falls to Sagittarius and is ruled by Ketu. So there's a lot of fire here, actually, which did not come through initially. But still, we still don't have a lot of water. like I said, I still stand by my initial assessment that this person is not very in touch with their emotions, really. Which doesn't mean that they don't have emotions. It just means that, you know, they're not leading with their emotions, and it probably will take them a while to realize that they even like you. You know, that's all I'm going to say about the topic. So breaking down more information here. With the Chitra energy, this person could be very attentive to their appearance. So this makes sense because the first house came out. So this person could really care about fitness, you know, looking presentable. That could be very important to them. Appearances could be important to them. They could be pretty obsessed with being, yeah, what I said about being neat and organized could definitely be a thing. And, all right, maybe not obsessed, but they do care about it more than average, all right? It's also a question of, how should I put it? They like compliments, I will say that. But it also makes them very, like, more visual. Let me put it like more visual than the average person. So they really pay attention to beauty, to attractiveness. It doesn't mean that they're super superficial. Not super superficial, but they could be a little bit superficial, you know, sometimes. And they are attracted to physical appearance, probably. It doesn't mean that it's just physical appearance, but, you know, this can also, like I said, mean that they themselves have a nice physical appearance, especially their body could really stand out because they're probably going to take care of themselves. And they probably have a pretty good sense of fashion as well. It's like they will care about the way that they present themselves. They probably don't like to be sloppy, is all I'm going to say. So there could be something really controlled about their aura. For some of you, this person could tend towards a bit more artsiness, depending on the situation, because you also have Purva Falguni and Rohini. Yeah, and with Rohini, this person definitely likes to be admired, as if you didn't need more, as if you needed more confirmation, sorry, because you did have the sun coming out twice, and you also had the first house coming out, and you also have all the fire signs. So I hate to say it, but this person could be sometimes a little bit of a diva, you know, a little bit. All right, don't bite me in the comments. Like, I mean, you are going to be in a relationship with them, so it's all going to be worth it. But sometimes, yeah, they could have a little bit of an ego. And also with the Kritika energy, this person could be sharp-tongued and critical sometimes. So it explains the 5 of Wands that came out as well. So yeah, maybe they really like debates. This could be a lawyer, by the way, as well. That would really make sense. They could also really like cooking and or working with weapons, knives. That could be a thing. Either it's a hobby or, you know, something they're passionate about. On the plus side, yeah, on the plus side, this person is really honest, like really honest. They're probably kind of what you see is what you get for the most part. All right. It's like this person is, let me put it like this. They're either going to be very honest or they're just going to shut up. You know, I don't feel like this is someone who's going to actively try to deceive others, because there's a lot of fire here. There's a lot of transparency, and Kritika especially is not known for diplomacy. So this is the kind of person that, you know, will not think twice about burning bridges if something gets really annoying for them, you know. With the Purva Falguni, they could also be very artistic. They could also definitely have a sensuous side, like I said, with the lovers. Yeah, they're probably very passionate physically. Also with Vishaka and Chitra, very intense, potentially, you know, quite sexual. Also with Vishaka, this explains the religion coming out. I feel like religion could be important to them, but also they could actually be involved in religion actively somehow. Like maybe they're part of a congregation, and or they could be teaching, I don't know, like teaching Sunday school or something like that. Very specifically for some of you, this could be like a preacher or something. You know who you are, if that sounds like it resonates. We also have Rohini, so their eyes, also with Rohini and Revati, their eyes are definitely standing out. Their eyes are probably their most prominent feature that stands out aesthetically. They could also have particularly large eyes, or, you know, have a really bright color of eyes. Their eyes could be wide set as well. And with Kritika, they could also have, with Kritika and Uttarashadha, these are pretty masculine traits. So this person could have a pretty broad jawline, a squarish jawline. Also Chitra as well. And physically, I feel like this person, for most of you, is above average in physical build. So either medium build or even quite physically robust. They could have very intense eyes as well. They also they're definitely potentially interested in something like research. I mean, whether they're making a living doing research or not, that is debatable, but they definitely are someone who's research oriented. They probably like things like thrillers and analyzing stuff. And oh, the Rahu, I just realized, not only is this a confirmation that they could be coming from a foreign country, or again, this could have anything to do with foreigners. Like I said, with the number 8, could be like foreign languages, foreign countries. But Rahu is also connected to any kind of unconventionality. That explains, like I said, the free spirit card that you have here. So you did have those 2 hands that look like they're all tattooed or something. So again, at least for me, it makes me think of tattoos. And yeah, this could be a confirmation that for some of you, this person has a tattoo. Or there could be just something unusual about their appearance. Also, this person, did I mention that they're good looking? I think I did. I mean, I feel like this person, you hit the jackpot, okay? But don't tell the other groups, because you have the most attractive partner. At least these are the most indicators that your partner is going to be attractive compared to the other two groups. Especially if this is a man. But even as a woman, actually, I think with your pile, irrespective of their gender, this person is going to be really attractive. Because I see, like, a balance between masculine and feminine as well. So I feel like if this is a man, this is going to be a really manly man. You know, like, they're going to have some kind of features that make them universally attractive. And on the other hand, if this is a woman, again, they could be a very feminine looking woman that has some universally attractive features, you know. But irrespective, I do see a tendency to care for the physical body and to have a pretty strong body here. Also with Purva Falguni, they could have some kind of a beauty mark, especially on their face, that is really prominent. I have said this in other videos that Purva Falguni shows up in a lot of, you know, sensual actors and actresses and artists' horoscopes, including Madonna, Marilyn Monroe, Rosalia, the Spanish singer, also has like moon in Purva Falguni. I think Charlize Theron also has ascendant in Purva Falguni, just to give you some examples. Michael Fassbender has moon in Purva Falguni. Can't think of any other man right now. I have to update my database of, you know, famous people that I know for each nakshatra. Yeah, I can't think of like any other more prominent men who have Purva Falguni. But it is a sign that is known for sensuality. It is also sometimes called the sign of the courtesan in Vedic astrology, you know, and it's very much connected to bed pleasures and sensuality and beauty and arts in general, right? So again, this person could also be really artistic, you know, above average. Maybe they really like singing or acting. Maybe they just have a pretty artistic way of expressing themselves, or they have a, you know, they have a strong presence. I mean, you do have a lot of Leo and a lot of Sun energy, so this shows that this person easily attracts attention. They probably like to be the center of attention, to be fair. I also feel for some of you, this person could have hooded eyes. We have this with Mula and Vishaka coming through. Again, Vishaka and Chitra are known to be very manly within men's horoscopes. Like, I mentioned this again in other videos. I think Jason Momoa has moon in Vishaka. Will Smith also has moon in Vishaka. I had to throw it in there. I think Joe Rogan has moon in Chitra. I'm pretty sure that Edward Norton also has moon in Chitra, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. I would have to check again. I'm pretty sure that he has some kind of placements in Chitra, as far as I remember. And also Brad Pitt and George Clooney have Uttarashadha placements. Jared Leto has moon in Revati. Again, I know, not the best example, but that's one I can think about. Another one is Tom Hiddleston. And Rohini, you know, Rohini shows up a lot with people who have very beautiful eyes. So does Revati, you know. So Rohini, for instance, showed up prominently in Vivian Lee's horoscope, in Greta Garbo's horoscope. And both of them, they were known for how beautiful their eyes were. Another one is Aishwarya Rai, who also, I think, has moon in Rohini. And a singer that I can think about off the top of my head is Darren Hayes from Savage Garden. I think he has Mars and Venus conjunct in Rohini, and he has very pretty eyes. Yeah, pretty much these are the examples. Also with Mula, for instance, I know that Lana Del Rey has prominent Mula, but not in her natal chart, but in another divisional chart. And yeah, Mula shows up with a lot of intense energy generally. Like, you generally see this with kind of a dark brooding energy and intense eyes, you know. And Kritika, I don't know, but like Kritika, I've noticed, really produces a lot of attractive men. Even if the men are not particularly physically, you know, handsome, they come across as attractive to women because it breeds this kind of very typically masculine sort of energy, you know, kind of this provider and protector sort of energy, but a lot will depend on what else is going on in their horoscopes. All right, so this is pretty much what I can see. So I'm going to move on to the final stage, which is actual physical characteristics for this person. All right, so before I move on to the physical characteristics, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. It is the easiest way to support me and it is free. And also consider clicking on the notifications bell to see when I will upload another video. Thanks. All right, so let's see. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. What is this person's physical appearance? What is pile number 3's future romantic partner's physical appearance? Your next romantic partner. All right, nothing else. All right. There's more stuff over here. Let's see. We have, oh my God, tattoo. Third confirmation. Tattoo, I did mention this. So for some of you, yeah, if you have a crush with a tattoo, what can I say? Older, more mature, all right, for some of you. Could be, okay, dark tan skin. Could be brown eyes. Slim build. Black eyes. Thin lips. Intense gaze, all right, confirmation. Mischievous smile, so that's the Gemini energy. Short nose to mouth distance, all right, that's pretty specific, but that's typical for Gemini Mercury energy as well. We have raspy voice. We have classic elegant style, all right, so that's a confirmation of what I said. For some of you, this person could be a neat freak. Thin lips twice, all right, so that's a bit of Saturn or Scorpio energy with the thin lips. We have red or auburn hair. We have introverted. And we have medium lips. We have melodious voice. All right, so the voice is standing out somehow. We have strong nose. That makes sense with the Scorpio and Aries energy. Sporty casual style came out, I think, twice already. And let's see, we have classic elegant style coming out twice as well. Actually, no, I think sporty style only came out once, and we have classic style coming out twice. We have light to medium blonde hair color. Square face, all right, confirmation of what I said for some of you, especially if this is a man, but not only. They could have a really prominent jawline. Sporty casual style, all right, came out twice. Eventually. Blue or gray eyes coming out twice. We have medium tan skin. We have large eyes, all right, so our eyes are standing out as well. We have dark tan skin twice. We have bohemian style or vibes as well. And we have green eyes, all right. So these are all the physical characteristics that came through for you. Of course, bear in mind that this is going to be a general reading. So, you know, I feel it's safe to say that if you get 3 or 4 characteristics of the person you have on your mind, then it's probably a sign that you're on the right track. If this is someone you know, are going to meet in the future, of course, feel free to come back to this video and comment in the comment section about your experience, because I'm really curious to hear it. And yeah, don't forget to like the video if you have if you have enjoyed it. Also, click on the when I will post another video. And if you're also interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description for more information. I've also left a link there to reviews I've gotten for private readings before. If you're curious to see them, might help you decide if you want to get a reading. And if you would also like to support my channel further, you can click on the join button and support me for a small monthly fee every month in exchange for some perks that you will see if you click on the join button. And last but not least, I also have an astrology channel, and I focus mainly on Vedic astrology, but also on with some tropical insights, because I have started out learning tropical, so I have more than 20 years of experience right now in reading astrological horoscopes. But over the past 10 years or so, I have mainly focused on Vedic, and that's what I focus on my channel. So if you're curious about astrology, go ahead and check it out. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye!